Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherri Hansen. Thanks for joining me today. I'm in Main Street of Vergas, and I'm here with Dwayne. Thank you for joining me, Dwayne.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me to the show.
You know, we're on Main Street, Vergas, because coming up in June, Vergas has got a lot going on. Well, Vergas has always got a lot going on, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great little town. It's everyone who comes in the store always mentions, man, you guys have something going on all the time.
I know. I think my kids say, you know, there's one day in August that there isn't something planned. Don't you want to plan something? But that's the beauty of Vergas. But we have two special events coming up. One is for the adults, and Dwayne's going to talk about that, and one is for the kids. And so you're going to want to mark June 7th and June 14th on your calendars, and we got a lot going on.
Yeah, on June 7th, we're going to be doing Shops and Hops, and it's there's a few vendors who'll be here, and you can buy a cup to come and sample a bunch of microbreweries and also craft beers, yes. Yeah. And then also part of that, the Loon's Nest is going to be making their world famous ribs so that you can get while you're having a couple cold ones. And the Mercantile is going to be making their new pizzas that will be available for sale also during that time. So you can't really beat it when you have beer, barbecues, and ribs.
You know what I love about it, Dwayne, is it's all going to be here on Main Street, and you're going to be able to walk into the Loon's Nest. They're going to have a to-go thing ready to go. You're going to be able to walk into the Mercantile and grab your pizza, and then you've got your mug that you can go around and do the craft beer tastings. They're also going to have seltzers, right?
Yeah, there's gonna be a few different things to sample, so it's not just the craft beers. And I think most people who've been here before kind of know what it's about, and they enjoyed it in the past. And I think, you know, this year should be just as good or better.
What I love about it is we do block off Main Street, but all of our shops are open. All of our stores are open for you to go in and explore. You've got the Hall of Main Street. Kind of, you know, you can park and then come on in, and that's one thing, you do not have to pay just to come in, right?
Yeah, you can come, just visit, walk up and down the street, go to the different stores we have in town, and enjoy Vergas as it is. But if you also want to partake in the event, you sure can. But there'll also be live music from 3 to 6 from the front vendors. So if you just want to grab a lawn chair, come in and sit down, relax, and listen to some music and hang out, that's also a possibility. But also I do want to promote that, head over to the local stores and hang out with the owners. Usually the owners are there on Saturday, and you can talk with them and find out how they're doing and all that good stuff.
What I love about it too is, okay, I'm stereotyping here, but say the guys want to be having a craft beer, and all the ladies are going to want to go into the stores and do some shopping, and then they get back together, get in their lawn chairs, listen to some music, grab something to eat, and then you go back and you buy that thing that you were looking for, right?
Yep, and I think it's pretty close to Father's Day weekend also, so that one, there's definitely some places you can get some good things for Father's Day that weekend, so you can shop locally and make Dad happy too.
Right. I love that. So on Saturday, June 7th, the streets are going to be blocked off from like 2 to 6. And we're going to hope that we just fill the streets all the way up with chairs, and we'll have spools out and stuff for people. And then all the different people that'll be having, the vendors that'll be having the craft beers. Dwayne, tell me, Shops and Hops for you, you've been part of this. You've been one of the organizers. Why do you find this a fun event?
Generally, the people who come to this event are excited about it, and they love our little town, and they come into the store and they tell you stories about what they're doing, and and which seltzer or which craft beer they enjoy the most. And it's just fun to get to hear them talk about why they're here and why they love coming to Vergas.
I love that. And you're going to have the opportunity. We're going to have Looney Day shirts out too. So if you're going to want to buy your Looney Day shirt, you're going to be able to do that out on the street as well. And so that's a great adult event. I mean, bring the kids in to listen to the music and sit and enjoy an ice cream cone from Otter Coffee or something, or a malt from Billy's. But we'll have different opportunities for the whole family. I mean, that's one of the nice things about the Vergas events, is they are usually very family friendly.
Yeah, it's a lot of people actually comment about how many things we have to do for the kids in town, and the different parks and entertainment and different things like that. So we try to hit a broad spectrum so everyone can feel welcome and excited to come here. And this event obviously is kind of geared a little bit to the 21 and older, but there's also going to be, with the music and things like that, the kids can go out in the street and dance and do whatever they want and enjoy it.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. And then speaking of the kids events, on June 14th, then we have what we've had is our art camp, and that's been just extremely popular. Julie Bruin came up with this idea a number of years ago, and it's held up behind the event center here in Vergas. It's geared for kids up to 16. They just come, they have the art project all ready for them to do, and then what happens is that art project gets put up on the main street of Vergas, and so you get to, all the summer people get to enjoy it all year long, and then at the end of the year you can obviously take your art piece home. They come up with a new idea each year. I know we've done birdhouses, we've done totem poles, they've done loons, they've done fish, and this year, I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to disclose it, but I'm going to. Here, you're hearing it first here. This year, they're doing maple leaves. And so on our display behind us is going to be trees, and all the maple leaves are going to be on it. And so you just have to show up. Bring your grandkids, bring your kids. That's, what are the times on that? It's from 10 to 1. And so you can bring your child up there. You can go ahead and they'll be able to paint it. All the supplies will be there. All you have to do is just put your name on the back of it, and then it'll go on display for the summer. And so what I love about that too, Dwayne, is from 10 to 1, different times people come in, but then that's when they take time and they come into the store afterwards, right?
Yeah, you can kind of tell, like, right away in the morning, there's not a lot of kids around. Usually, like on Saturday mornings, the kids are in town with their parents and stuff like that. But by about 12:30, 1 o'clock, all of a sudden you get this mass of people coming into your store with a bunch of kids, and they're excited because they just got done making the art project, and they're like, well, some of them want to take it home obviously right away, but we make them display it. That's a disclosure we have. So
we hold it.
and so and then the kids get to come in and they can get some treats or just enjoy the day, go back out to the parks and do things like that.
What I love about it, they pick up their groceries and then they head back to the lake, don't they?
Yeah, they'll pick up some steaks and bratwursts and go fire up the grill and enjoy the rest of the night.
Right. So Dwayne, Vergas is at its best. In June, though, it's doing on June 7th. We've got the Shops and Hops. On June 14th, we've got the art camp. What I'd like you to do is just wrap up and tell everybody one more time what's all going on for Shops and Hops.
All right. So what's going on is from 3 to 6, we're going to be having the craft beer samples and seltzer samples and things like that. The Loon's Nest is going to be doing ribs. We'll be making some pizzas. We're going to have the front fenders from 3 until 6, and that's free to everybody again, so you can come and enjoy. And oh yeah, and then you can come visit all our wonderful shops that we have in town.
You can't get much better than that. And so June 7th, you're going to want to make sure that you come to Vergas for Shops and Hops. Dwayne and I were just looking at the weather. It looks like it's going to be great.
Yep, we always get lucky and have great weather on our Vergas events, so you might as well just plan on coming now.
Come on down, bring your chair. Vergas Community Club is sponsoring all of this, and so they just really like, our mission statement is, we just love to be able to promote our businesses, we love to be able to create events, and we love to be able to have family things. You think we're accomplishing that, Dwayne?
We seem to be able to get that done, yes.
We do, and so just keep watching for all the wonderful things we've got going on. You've got Looney Days coming up the end of July, then you've got the Harryman Festival, and then the Art Crawl, so we just don't quit. And so June 7th, Shops and Hops, and June 14th, Art Camp. You have a good day in Vergas.